I just want to thank all of you for joining me, and I want to thank you, Jeff, for taking a few minutes out to talk to me.
Absolutely, I appreciate it.
Listen, I've done a lot of events where Jeff has come and spoke, and the main reason I wanted to do, just get a few minutes here of his time is people are always asking me after the fact, how do I get hold of him? When are you bringing him back? One of the biggest things in this country is funding for our grandkids, our children, for college.
Right.
And Jeff is an expert at that, and the real estate investors I'm working with are screaming for him. So that's why I'm glad we're able to do this video. I'm going to play this all over the country if it's all right with you.
Yes.
So, there's certain things that people have challenges with, parents, business owners, real estate investors, and that's the challenge, or I should say, what do they have in common is a major challenge.
Good question. So you've got your parent who's either saving for college or they've taken out debt. Some of our listeners have taken out debt for your children, or you will be taking out debt for your children. Or you have the real estate investor who's using debt, right? And then the business owner who's using debt. And these three groups of people have the same problem. They're creating a retirement sinkhole and they just can't see it.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, the way that we're taught, the traditional way that we are taught to use debt, although it may solve a temporary problem, they all end in the same result, in what we call an opportunity cost. When I run reports and show parents or business owners or real estate this data, it blows them away every time, because they don't really understand the long-term impact of using debt, even though they're solving a problem today.
Yeah.
So those three groups of people have the same problem. They just don't know it.
And then I talked to some of my friends where they got kids getting ready to go to school. They go, they're going to get a scholarship. But you can answer this for me, because I think I heard it maybe from you, but is it 1% or something of freshmen are the ones that end up with scholarships, and everybody else has got to pay?
Yeah. I get a lot of those calls with parents and students who are looking for money. And unfortunately, there's no place to go and pick up a check. Okay. Now, yes, there are thousands upon thousands of private scholarships. Yes, this is true. But those dollars are accessed through a lottery process. Okay. So you can get one of those books from Barnes and Nobles or the library, and you can write out all the scholarships that fit your kid or that fit the student, and submit. And I've had students who have done it, and they've applied for hundreds. And guess how many scholarships they got?
No, what? How many?
0. Why? Because it is a lottery process, and your student is not the only student who's applying. So yes, it's true. There are thousands of scholarships out there, but they're very, very difficult to get because they are limited in scope. They're limited in terms of the number that are available, and it's a lottery process. It's almost first come, first serve based on who they determine who's first. The other problem that you have is that despite the fact of having a student who has top scores, high grades, high test scores, that too is a problem. Why? Because there are only so many scholarships available. And in today's marketplace, where you have so many families who are preparing early and sending their kids to these ACT, SAT boot camps and getting special tutoring and all of this, it's very, very, very competitive. And only 1% of entering freshmen will receive a full ride scholarship.
Wow. And, I just want to say to my viewers out there, I've had Jeff work with, parents, made a huge difference, because when that kid hits school, they're actually funded, and it's actually proper. So I had a friend that's sitting out in the lobby waiting for me right now. I'm not going to say his name, but I can tell you that he's incredibly in debt, and his kids are majorly in debt going to school.
Right.
So that it's a horrible process. Back when I went to college, I came out of college with no debt.
Right.
So that world has changed.
It's changed. It's
So-
changed.
So for all
a
you
lot of
baby
reasons.
boomers, you better start looking to take care of your grandkids. You need to be meeting with somebody like Jeff.
Mm-hmm.
So,
You know, Mark, I'm going to just throw something in here. You talk about grandparents and parents. We do have a lot of families who come to us who are preparing. They're saving, right? They're putting money into various types of whatever type of plan. And a lot of those families find out afterwards that they saved money but didn't realize that that money was going to be used against them in the funding process.
wow.
So one of the things we do is we go through an analysis and we show the family how much scholarships they qualify for, regardless of their income, and we show them ahead of them actually applying to the schools, which schools provide the most, have historically provided the most funding based on that family situation, and then we also show you how your funding or your money, your personal finances need to be structured in order to help your kid and not work against your kid.
Yeah, so it's the one thing, every month I sit down and plan on put all my goals together and then follow that guideline. You're basically laying everything out and exactly where you got to go to get that kid through school
and even
be funded.
And even those parents who come to see us who have already taken out debt and their kid has maybe been graduated from school a year, 2, 3 years, and they're feeling the pinch, and then they're really realizing that what they really did was set themselves up for failure in terms of their retirement. We can oftentimes reverse that process and show families how to get out of debt and protect their retirement plan. In addition to that, despite the fact that they're already carrying that debt, there is relief and opportunity for those folks too.
Yeah, that's great. The way I'm doing my classes now, we videotape it and then it goes all over the country. So I know that there's going to be people like maybe we're here in Michigan. There's going to be people in New York, San Francisco, other parts of the country. How would they access you to be able to get counseling on this?
Good point. So we get phone calls, emails. Matter of fact, I just got another confirmation for an appointment because they can make an appointment with me through calendly.com/Your Money Coach. That's calendly.com/Your Money Coach. You can select a 15-minute phone chat. It doesn't matter where you are in the country. We can meet through Zoom or just have a 15-minute phone conversation about what's happening and whether or not a 60-minute appointment makes sense for you. I would say don't count yourself out. Let's just take 15 minutes and talk about what's happening, and either we can help you or we can't, but at least you'll know.
So that'll be their best way to connect.
Yes.
Now what I'm going to do is when the video comes out, it will be shown here right on the screen, so they'll be able to get that.
And let me give them my other email as well. You can reach me at coach@tuitionreductionplan.com. That's coach@tuitionreductionplan.com, all one word.
So
It looks like we've got about a minute and a half.
okay, so maybe in the last minute, is there anything else you wanted to say to people? Like,
We're looking for money savvy people who are looking for.
Let me interrupt you right there. So one of the things was I asked Jeff, because now what he's doing is such demand. He's had to bring on people.
Yes.
And he's created a huge opportunity for some people, and I met them, and they're doing very, very well working directly with you. So I'll shut up.
Well, this niche, if you will, is a very, very unique niche, and there's not very many qualified people in it.
There's none that I know of that I've seen. I mean, you go on the internet, you just don't find somebody giving advice out like this.
And what we do is solution based. So regardless of your problem, we've seen it. We've been trained to solve it, and that's what we do. We look at this thing from a holistic perspective, but we're looking for money-savvy people who are looking for a part-time income where you can make really, really great money helping people solve their college funding problem, regardless if they're business owners, real estate investors, or just hard-working parents who are just trying to figure it out.
And they could contact you the same way we
They contact me the same way. coach@tuitionreductionplan.com or calendly.com / your money coach.
Thank you. I appreciate you.
Thanks a
taking
lot.
this
Appreciate
time
this
out.
opportunity.
Thanks.